DR Congo scored in the 7th minute and nearly sent England home. 7 shots on target, and England still nearly blew it. What is going on with the Three Lions? Welcome back to World Goals. Today, how England were rocked inside 7 minutes. The stat that exposes a real vulnerability. And what this result actually means for their World Cup. Let's set the scene. England versus DR Congo. Knockout stage, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. 90,000 people expecting a routine passage into the next round. And then, Brian Cipenga, 7th minute, goal, DR Congo lead. The stadium goes quiet, England are rattled, and suddenly the team everyone penciled in for the quarterfinals is chasing a game they were supposed to control. Now the easy take is that England recovered, 1-2-1, job done. But here's what that narrative buries. DR Congo scored with one of only 2 shots on target all match. 2. England had 7, and yet it was DR Congo who drew first blood, who set the tempo, who made England uncomfortable for long stretches of this game. That is not a coincidence. That is a team that came here with a plan. DR Congo knew they couldn't outshoot England, so they didn't try to. They sat compact, they stayed disciplined, and they waited for their moment. And in the 7th minute, they found it. England's defensive shape in those opening moments was poor. There were gaps. And at a World Cup knockout stage, you cannot afford gaps. That early goal wasn't luck. It was a tactical ambush, and England walked straight into it. 7 shots on target to 2. On paper, England dominated, and yes, they scored twice. They won the game. But here's the number that should be making England supporters deeply uncomfortable. DR Congo converted 50% of their shots on target. 50. England converted less than 30. A team with a fraction of the resources, a fraction of the preparation time, a fraction of the so-called quality, and they were more clinical in front of goal. This is the problem that has followed England for years, and it hasn't gone away at this World Cup. Dominate the ball, dominate possession, dominate the territory, and then somehow make it hard for themselves. England are not a team that kills games. They are a team that makes games uncomfortable for everyone, including themselves. And in a knockout tournament, that is a dangerous trait. Because the further you go, the better the opposition gets at punishing you. DR Congo had 2 shots on target and one of them went in. Imagine what a sharper, more experienced side does with that kind of England generosity. The margin for error shrinks every single round. And right now, England are not eliminating that margin. They are inviting it. But here's the twist. What if this near disaster is actually the wake-up call they needed? England are through. That is the only fact that matters in terms of the standings. But tournaments are not just about surviving. They are about momentum, about belief, about sending a message to the teams watching from the other side of the draw. And England's message here was mixed at best. DR Congo came into this as heavy underdogs. They were supposed to be outclassed. Instead, they led at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in a World Cup knockout game. That is an extraordinary achievement, and it should be acknowledged. Brian Cipenga's goal in the 7th minute was not a fluke shot from distance. It was the product of a team that was not afraid of England. And that matters because if DR Congo weren't afraid, the teams waiting in the next rounds definitely won't be. England have the talent to go deep in this tournament. That is not in question. But talent without discipline, without defensive organization, without the ruthlessness to kill a game off when you are the superior side. That is a recipe for heartbreak. We have seen this England story before. The question is whether this too, one scare, is the moment they finally rewrite the ending, or whether it's the warning sign nobody listened to. We are about to find out. So here's the debate. Is England's 2, 1 win a sign of resilience, or proof they are 1 bad performance away from going home? Drop your take in the comments. Share this with an England fan who needs the reality check. And subscribe to World Goals. We don't do hype, we do the truth.